Hot, strong, young and dumb, yeah, we had no fear. Way back when we said we'd both be millionaires. Now those days are over.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Vince McSham with you here, and welcome to the VIP Lounge. Help yourself, there's some snacks in the back. Bring your own bottle of bubbly, and let's chill out a little bit and relax if we can. You see the text is up and working again, that's good. Infrared, how are you, my friend? We're going to be talking about MLW. The surprise at the beginning of the Battle Riot. Clarify, what surprise are you referring to specifically? Because, well, we're going to talk a little bit about MLW here in a few. But what are you referring to in particular? Because I don't recall a particular surprise. There were some moments of things. Maybe we should just kick it right off with this. I don't know. I felt like I was going to kick it off with some NWA stuff, because even that was just like, for real? I'll tell you what. I'm going to start off with the NWA, and then we'll go into MLW and whatever other trouble we can get into while we're here. Let me bring this down a bit. All right. The NWA, for those of you that do not subscribe to it on Fight, had their last episode was basically a 35-minute special detailing the Champions Series. There are parts of it that I can get behind and parts of it that could make it interesting. You'll have some matches that you wouldn't normally see, and that can develop some storylines and things like that. So there's some potential there, but my God, it just gets so confusing by the time it's all said and done. I think it's going to be a train wreck. That's my prediction. That all said, that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is the setup for the Champions Series draft, and that is what they gave that away free, by the way. It's on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out, but it's not the most riveting TV you'll ever watch, that's for damn sure. That said, they had all the champions were out. They are going to be captains, and they're going to draft kind of like when you picked up teams as a kid, you know. You're going to draft in order, 1 through 4. And then the fourth person who got the last pick gets the first pick in the second round. And then there was one round where it was exclusively for the female wrestlers. So not only do you have champions, but they have legends. Air quotes there. They have legends as their partners. So really there's two people supposedly working together to build a team. And then those teams will be in different brackets, the A, B division, C, and D division, whatever it may be. And then from there you have your matchups that come out of that. It's the fact that they're legends that leads me to the clip I'm about to play, which is just from the beginning of the episode. And, yeah.
My name is Austin Idol.
My name is Melina.
He's a
My
legend.
name is Taryn Terrell.
My name is Velvet Sky, and I am a legend.
What makes an NWA legend? Well,
I got to do this again. Wait a minute. Velvet Sky and I am a legend? No, dear. I'm not sure what they told you, and I'm sure it was part of the script, but you go from Austin Idol, he's a legend. Melina, okay. I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but okay. She paved the way. She was one of those early on pioneers.
Melina.
my name is Taryn Terrell.
My name is Velvet Sky, and I am a legend.
I can't get enough of that. My name is Velvet Sky, and I am a legend. No, you are not a legend. In your own mind, maybe, dear. You're about as far from a legend as a legend could be. I'm as much a wrestling legend as Velvet Sky is, okay? That's just what that is. So if you're going to call them legends, then get some. Okay, that's all. Just go get you some. They're out there. They could use a paycheck. Don't tell me you can't find any. Go get Virgil. God knows he'll do anything for a buck. All right, so that just, the minute I saw that in the opening, I just froze solid. I was like, what did she just call herself? Did she say that bitch call herself a legend? I'm going to keep on going with that thing because that's my go-to right now. All right, here back in the lounge, kicking things up. I got my new toys out here. Slice Boogie LAX. All right, I'm going to be real upfront about the whole MLW Battle Riot thing. I've been posting these polls here on the Nation, here in our community page, for reasons. You know, I'm just trying to get other people's vibes and on what's going on. And I think, personally, that some of that feedback is based on the actual product, where I was kind of referring more to what I'm doing with it. But that's cool either way. It still gives me the same general idea. Very surprised, very, very surprised to see MLW so far ahead of Impact right now at this point in time. A year ago, wouldn't have been a conversation to be had. Today, I don't see that even being close to... I mean, again, everything's individual tastes and what have you. But for me, it's like, I was a big MLW fan, and it's not like I'm not going to watch them, but they're killing me, man. It's like all these other organizations, AEW is killing it because they are signing names, man. And if you haven't been paying attention, and I'm sure most everybody here has, they're signing some big-ass names. Some of them maybe not official yet, or they haven't announced, or whatever. There's way too much smoke for there not to be fire, okay? For them to be out-scooping McMahon and the WWE on some of these names, how AEW, and they did run away with the original poll when it was a three-way. So then I just cut it down to the next two and see which one. And I didn't check on it today, but I mean, there was a pretty sizable lead with MLW. And Battle Riot was just one event. I'm willing to give them another week or two and see what happens. Here's my point in all this. AEW has revamped their roster. You know, they've kept a lot of the key guys that have been there from day one, yeah, but they brought in so much new, fresh talent, and new, not necessarily rookies, obviously, but it's still names that haven't been under that banner before, and it makes them exciting. It's basically, this is what the territories was about. That when a person is in one area too long, they get boring, they get stale. People don't want to see them again because they've been seeing them so long. They've had so many matches with so many different guys, there's nothing left to do with them anymore. And when I look at MLW, that's exactly the way I feel. I feel like they're a territory that can't share talent. They had the little thing going with AAA, but that's not the same. And to make it worse, they lost two of their biggest and best. They lost Brian Pillman, and then Davey Boy Jr. signs with the NXT and WWE. That doesn't leave you a lot. I mean, you got Jacob Fatu, you got Hammerstone that are legit. I mean, legit. Personally, I like Injustice, always have. Okay? And I do see upside for Jordan Oliver down the line. I don't expect him not to go on to bigger and better things. I am so sick of Tom Lawler and Team Filthy that there's nothing about them I want to see. Nothing. The Von Erichs, honestly, I don't know where you can move them to that I would care less. They don't have the flash that their uncles had and their dad had. There's just... Go down the list and give me some talent that you would pay money to watch on MLW. I don't see it. So anyway, I'm guessing then that Slice Boogie and LAX showed up somehow, but I missed it, and I may have been skipping a little bit ahead because what I was watching just wasn't holding my attention very well. The Battle Riot itself, I didn't get into it at all, man. I really didn't like it. Having Blue Meanie pop, that was nice to see that. I thought there would be a lot more of that, to be honest with you, especially based on the location they were doing their act from. But all said and done, I mean, I could have thought of at least 5 other guys that easily could have come back into little moments to just... It didn't change my overall opinion. I was getting a little burnt out on MLW before COVID hit. And I have to give everybody a pass over the last 8 months because, man, performing without a live audience, and they didn't even do that. They went straight to the videotape for the most part, which isn't necessarily the worst move to make. But there's like 2 or 3 guys I care about in the entire organization. They don't do a women's division, which is killing them. That is such a huge mistake. Because unless you're stupid or blind or both, the women's movement is here. It's real. These women are putting on great matches. They are very favorable with the fans because they're also good looking in many cases. And I think they tell a better story. Just my personal take on things. I will, even when the WWE was just rock bottom, which is kind of like every day now, if I was watching and I'd skip ahead a little bit and one of the women's matches came up, that I could watch because their storytelling, to me, in and out of the ring both, better, more realistic, felt natural, like old style. And that I could get into. Let's see, who else is sneaking in the VIP, man? Make sure you pay your cover at the door, by the way. We got Dwight Braswell in the house. Hello, sir. Nelson Royal. Now, there's a blast from the past. Lasertron. Oh, my goodness. The Moogly brothers. Moogly. Yes, Alundra Blaze is a legend. Perfect example. And the thought that Velvet Sky called herself a legend. All right, so you're in the same conversation as Alundra Blaze. No, Velvet dear, you're not. You are not. You're not even holding her curtain open for her. It was like watching two cars collide. You just sat there for a minute and it's like, that bitch call herself a legend? And she said it with such a convincing tone. She believes that shit. Someone else might have wrote it for her, but she was buying it. Thank you, Dwight. I'm so happy that you're enjoying the programming. America's top team. Infrared, you were there, I know. Are you telling me they actually had women finally? Are they going to... if they're just starting a women's division, it's not going to be good. I get that, but at least they're doing it, for the love of God. Talk about getting to the party late. Damn, all the beer is gone now, folks. I don't know that they're screwing Murdoch. I mean, look, this guy's career was over. He was done. He was retired. He came back out when he saw something that looked really familiar, and that I think he's paying homage to his dad by being there, and it definitely adds that NWA classic flavor to have him on the card. I think he's perfectly fine with the role he's playing right now. I think he's had a good little run going, got that world title match, did okay in that, no fans, which kind of sucks. Everybody got really screwed over in the last 8 to 10 months that had a decent run of any kind because they didn't have the fans there to really judge their work. Hold that thought for a minute. So anyway, that's that. But if they are doing a women's division, at least that is something. John Wesley, how are you, my friend? After Impact's homecoming, okay. So they had 3 women's matches. Okay, any of these women, people that I would have heard of ever before? I'm really hoping that CC Chanel gets away from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and goes someplace where people can actually see her. I think she's got a lot of talent. She's fun to watch. She's cute as a button. Trying to do a stream here. Girlfriend keeps on chiming in. Dwight's got what going on straight out of the Mount Airy, North Carolina. Doing good, John. Thank you for asking, kind sir. You can, if you want to name drop Infrared, you can do that. Just don't tell me win and losses is all. But, so who showed up? It can't be Billy Kay or Peyton Royce. No way. I can't imagine that. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad starting point if they're going to do a women's division to sign those two. I just don't know that they could do it.
High-strung, young and dumb, yeah, we had no fear. Way back when we said we'd both be millionaires. Now those days are over, and we're all ghosts. We used to sleep all day, talk all night, stay up by the TV light. Oh. But when your baby deep vein milky white, wipe the stardust from your eyes.
Oh, Ashley. That's not a bad choice. I love Ashley Vox. I was a big fan of her in the NWA. Excellent choice. Well, that's good. I think that'll work out well. Hold that thought a minute. All right. Anyway, so those are the two big things. And if you're just joining the stream now, well, I already deleted it, didn't I? Okay. I was talking about the NWA's little kickoff promo package and the fact that, oh, God. Velvet Sky referred to herself as a legend. And straight-faced. I mean, it wasn't like, she was trying to cut a promo or anything like that. And I'm a legend. Aye. So, let me cue something up here so I can conduct business while we all chat. Fungal. Hold on again, we're calling. Sorry about this, guys. I want to let everybody know, when I took this job, this gig I got now, and the only upside to it at this moment is the fact that the WWE will be performing at this facility, so maybe I'll get a chance to, chat with some folks. But that said, I was told that it's going to be the easiest job you've ever had. Not that I'm looking for that, and I didn't really expect that, but it's been the exact opposite. I mean, I've in the last 12 days, I've had one day off, and that really wasn't a day off because my phone kept blowing up. And I'm in a position where I can't not answer the call. Because if I do, then all of a sudden there's no staff the next day, and we're fucked. So anyway, yeah. But it has allowed me a little bit more time to be here. You may have noticed there's been more streams coming out because I've had a lot more time, to very close distance to home. You give and you get. There's some positives and there's negatives. You got to take what you get. Okay, so that all said, let's move ahead here, and I need to find... Where is it? Is it this? There we go. Let's bring up the big screen here. And we can keep the conversation going. I just want to multitask here a little bit. If I can find the controller, that'd be great. Not doing much with 2K20, obviously, but what I am doing and decided to do, because I know that this channel was based on and built on old school wrestling from back in the golden years, so to speak. And part of me misses that sometimes as well, even though I'm kind of getting into it. I'm loving the AEW right now. They still have some really botched up matches and stuff like that, and I still think one of these 4 young talents is going to get killed. But that said, the fact that they are signing the people they're signing and that they're so aggressive, operating deep in the red right now, I'm starting to get this real Dixie Carter feeling right about this point in time, and I'm wondering if Tony Khan's dad isn't also. But we'll see. I do think they have a much better chance of turning it around. I mean, look, you got to spend money to make money. That's business 101. And they're definitely spending money. And for their sake, I hope they make some. But we'll see how that turns out. They got the New York show coming up, doing pretty well in ticket sales for that. I'm a little surprised they didn't go after the Garden. Based on what ROH was able to do, I think they'd kick the shit out of that. But, hey, what do I know? So what we are doing, first let me jump in here because I did a lot of downloading yesterday and I don't even remember what I got, is I basically cleared out my entire roster, which was all Monday night. Well, maybe not the entire roster, but a lot of it was all Monday Night Wars stuff back before we just realized that 2K20 couldn't be played. And I started loading in the best created legends I could find. Because what I will do with 2K20 is what we did a couple weeks back, which is Saturday night's main event. So my target right now is to hit the first or second Saturday of each month and do Saturday night's main event, which will be 2K20. Really, if all the pieces fall into place the way I want them to, it'll be a live stream at 11:30 p.m. in that famous time slot that we all stayed awake to watch. Because God forbid the VCR didn't do its job right. The 89 bash, all the bashes back then were gold. And look at our infrared, man, going to Arthur Ashe Stadium. That's going to be something. Take pictures, man. All right, so let's take a look at the roster that I'm putting together so far. I'm keeping AJ Lee because this creation this dude made is just so spot on. But we got Ted DiBiase. Got a Barry Windham. We got Axton Smash. Arn Anderson. Big John Studd, the Bulldogs. CM Punk. What happened to CM Punk? Well, I didn't delete anything. I might have to re-upload him. Oh, gotta take another call. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, all his stuff disappeared. I wonder how that happened. All right, we're gonna have to re-upload Punk. we're back. Sorry about that, guys, man. It's like nothing was happening all day, and then I started streaming. It is what it is. He signed a 7-year deal? Really? That's a mistake for both of them. For MLW and for him, if that's true. I can't believe he would do that. With the family connections he has, and he knows the WWE paycheck is going to be better. I mean, are they going to make him the super monster? No. I mean, maybe when he walks in the door, but it won't last long. He's a monster in MLW. He's very average in the WWE. I mean, you guys got guys like Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, who they're allegedly trying to re-sign, which that I actually believe, because with what Vince has not been able to get his hands on that's going to the AEW, his logic is backwards. I mean, I would have gone after CM Punk and Daniel Bryan much earlier on in this fight and much more aggressively. Now, that said, what Bryan wants, Vince should have gave it to him. He wants to go to New Japan. Let him disappear for a couple of months, write him off at an injury angle, and let him go to Japan. But to lose over that, stupid. He's going to find out. What does he care, man? He's retiring at this point. He's just going to sell it and get out and let it be someone else's headache. And I do think Fatu is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think he's got some talent. I just don't think in the WWE that level of talent is going to get the same results. So that's where that's at. All right. What did I say? I got to get CM Punk downloaded again. I don't know what happened to that. I must have deleted some stuff accidentally. Actually, I know what it was. When I did my purge of all of the Monday Night talent, there, if you've never done it, if you go to your settings, let me see if I can pull this up here. Options and deletion utility. Now you can just delete wrestlers from the creation tab like I did a minute ago, or you can do it from here. The difference is when you do it from here, the option will come up. Do you want to also delete any of the logos associated with them, which I always want to do that because I need to free up the space. But there's a second option that says, do you want to delete the logos that are not shared? Or it says it'll delete the logos unless they are shared, is what it says. So the logic being, maybe there's a logo from CM Punk that I would have used on another creation, which I didn't, but let's just say there was, that I would delete him and the logos, but not the one that was also used on another creation. That shit doesn't work in 2K19. It doesn't work in 2K20. It ends up deleting the logo, period, and then the other character gets that little triangle of death symbol that you saw a little while ago. And then you end up having to do this. So, anyway, that's something to be aware of with the deletion utility if you take advantage of it. Yes, you can do a lot more that way faster than going through 900 logos to see which ones are not currently in use to free up space. But just know that the odds are really strong that you're going to have to redo some of your roster. All right, let's get back and hit up CM Punk again. I got to remember which one I took. Man, I had redone the shirt and everything. That sucks. Oh, wait a minute. No. I stand corrected. This is a 2K20. I did that for 19. So I'm fine then. We're good. Don't worry about it. Forget I said anything. I think I was just going to keep CM Punk because it was a really solid create model. Let's see where we at here. Search. We'll go ahead and take a look anyway. Punk. Not there? Okay. And to do a good CM Punk in this game was not an easy task. So for those creators out there that did, there's probably 2 or 3 that are particularly good. One's amazing. Kudos. Again, not easy to do. How lazy is this right there? SES attires. Really? Got the New York Yankee pinstripes, and got that. What the hell is that? Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing these are all just going to be different attires, right? Yeah. There's the GTS. And, of course, the ever so famous. Let's see what other ones we got here. If you're trying to get to that diamond status, though, that was the way to do it. This is the one I had with the hoodie. Yeah, we'll take it with that. Okay, so in the meantime, I got the match listings for every Saturday night main event going here just to figure out, okay, who do I want to get that I don't have to keep this Saturday night main event roster pretty entertaining so that each month when I do one, I can have some differences and faces and blasts from the past. And if it keeps getting decent enough ratings, I might even expand it to twice a month. I don't know. We'll see. I got a bit going on right now as it is. I was planning on doing a Great American Bash today, and I still might tonight at some point in time. Not sure yet. Looks a little like Blackjack Mulligan towards the end, doesn't it? Okay. We want... Let's see, who was I thinking about? Let's see if they got a Wendy Richter. I'm sure it's going to be tragic if there is, but... Got diamond status by uploading logos. You know what? That's something I don't take advantage of nearly enough, and I'm pretty good with Photoshop. With this next version, when it comes out, I might actually explore that as a possibility. All right, what do we got here? That actually doesn't look terrible. I mean, the hair's a hot mess, but it's Wendy, so what are you going to do? Might go more with that hairstyle, but it almost looks like facially she could be not terrible. Oh, wait, that's Sherry, isn't it? That's Sherry. Why did they say it was Wendy? Or maybe it just came up with the Wendy search. Let's go back and check it out again. No, it says Wendy Richter. I don't know. It looks like Sherry Martel to me. Let's see how this one's looking. I mean, being fair, it's hard to get a good one based on how this creation suite is. Let's see what this guy's got going on here, if he's got anything else. For those of you just entering the VIP lounge, welcome. Pull up a chair. Grab a cup of the bubbly. This is Japanese women. Thought that was Gail Kim. Sorry. All right. Well, some interesting stuff there, no doubt. All right. Let's reset our defaults. I think we're going to probably pass on the Wendy Richter thing. I didn't see anything there. Let's see. JYD we already picked up. We got Volkov, Uncle Elmer, and the Hillbillies. Let's see what we can do here. 3 dudes gaming, and then he says walks in naked. That's got me a little alarmed, man. I'm not going to lie. Well, there is some Uncle Elmer action going on here. That's the one that looks the best. Yeah, what the hell? Gonna have to gray the hell out of that beard to make it more accurate. We'll definitely be tweaking that thing up a little bit, but it's a good base to work from. John Wesley. Well, what do I think about CM Punk? Followed Vince, WD, and AEW and Tony. I'm presuming that means he followed him on Twitter, which I have nothing to do with anymore. First off, it's Punk, so he's going to play people all the way to the finish line. He's going to just troll the fans. I think it does seem pretty clear that he's going to get that last paycheck. Who can blame him? I mean, the money's there. They're all throwing it at him. I'm not seeing a Hillbilly Jim at all, which is stunning to me. Although I could probably make it. Oh, there he is. Boom. Any other ones? Several other ones, all the same. This one's not bad either. I kind of like these better, though. Yeah. I wonder what the difference is. He didn't have but a couple of attires. That looks identical on each one. Why would you put two of the same? I don't know. Yeah, like I said, if that's the case, then he's just playing. He's trolling the fans. That's what he does. All right, we're going to download that and grab it. And since that one's not terribly bad, let's pop over here and see what else he's created. Am I going to buy 2K22? Of course I'm going to buy it. I mean, I got a whole channel based on this stuff. If it's tragic, then I'll just mess it up, mess with it like I did the 2K20 and throw it under the bus and back the bus up a couple times and go from there. I mean, I doubt it's going to be tragic. They'll never put out another game if they screw this one up. They'll never sell another game if they screw this one up. Hard to believe this guy only has that as well. Snoop looks okay, but what would I do with him? Britney Spears, and that doesn't look that hot. All right, well, kind of excited to see what comes out when it comes to a couple of the other ones. Obviously, AEW, I'm very much wanting to see the final product in that, but they're already saying it won't be till 22, which I think was a reasonable guess. I don't think anybody could have expected it, especially coming off the heels of a pandemic, to be out in 21. But I do think they're going to take a little time to make sure that they're going to launch a game that kicks the shit out of 2K, and that shouldn't be that hard to do. EA has a game coming out that's in the works as well, and then of course we have the Wrestling Code. That looks to be right now, from the alpha footage that's out there, there's a certain element to Legends of Wrestling that I feel, which I hope it plays a lot better than that. That would be disappointing at this point in time if it didn't. But I do like the roster a lot. They've got some really good names, some great diversity. Actual voiceover work, that's always a plus. If you haven't seen the recent Davari, is it Davari? Hussein, whatever his name is. It was well done. Even the promo was based on real life and what's happened to him. My girlfriend's at her place right now, and she has just recently picked up the game Horizon Zero Dawn, which, if you've never played it, kick-ass game. And, yeah, she's like, oh my god, I just had this big thing I had to fight. So, yeah, good times. Let's see if Cousin Junior is there. To round them out. And I've learned that putting less search words in helps. What the hell? I could make Cousin Junior in about 10 minutes. Not sure I want to, but... have to believe if somebody made a Cousin Junior, it would have shown up already under that title. So... we will say that it's not there. Nothing on Cousin Junior. Tony Atlas. I don't know that I've ever had Tony Atlas here on the Nation Network. Now watch, it shows up as Saba Simba. Yeah, they've had a lot of different claims coming out that state everything from... oh, there's a Tony down there. It doesn't look too hot, but... that it might be an early release, not the normal October. That would be exciting. I only care about a couple of things. Obviously, the gameplay's got to be better than it was. You know, the creation suite has to be better than it was. It'd be hard not to be. If all you did was go backwards and use your old system, it would be better. They have to have create a story mode. I'll be so fucking pissed off if they don't have that. Because I can do so much better with the content on this channel if they would go back to that. I've thought about going back to 2K13 and just doing seasons of that. But there's no way to download created content anymore, and that particular roster doesn't intrigue me enough to want to do anything with it. Yeah, infrared. I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things every year to do is sometimes I'll just mess around, kind of like I'm doing now, and it's like window shopping to see what options are out there. Okay, that just doesn't... anytime you have all those white spots on a facial scan, it's just going to show up as a big white blur in the game, and it's going to look terrible. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. I don't think that looks like him either. Nope. Yeah, I could make one, but then I'd also have to do the moveset and everything else, and I'm just not that jacked up for all that. Nobody did a facial scan, no kidding. I mean, realistically, if they would have just done at least the right template, it would have looked more like him. Nah, I'm not going to use any of that. Alright, so Tony Atlas will not be performing. Yeah, career mode is garbage. I have no use for that. because I have no control. I mean, it's like I want to be able to write the stories. I want to be able to create the run-ins. Like, if you go back to 2K13, and even back when THQ had it, what I loved is that not only could you book a run-in, but the run-in would be at a certain point in time, like when the head injuries became level, red color scheme, and then all of a sudden they would run in at that point. Or maybe after the leg gets, you would tell it that when this body part gets to this level of damage, then this happens. Whether it's a run-in or whether it's whatever. And I think he still had special referees back then too, which that has to come back. But that was, like I said, if they would do that with today's game and the creation suites and stuff like that, oh my goodnesses. It would be good times. Bundy, I got Stud. I don't think I got Bundy. That's a good point. I'm going to put Bundy. You're going to see a bunch of Als come up. Okay. Too white. This one's looking pretty real. I'm liking this guy a lot. Oh yeah, that's my keeper. I should be giving some shout outs and props to these guys. Hopefully you guys are taking a look at it. Well, you're on the TV screen in the back. It's a little smaller for you. This is from, wow. Looks like Mazewiz. Maxowiz. Let's see. When I see something that good, it makes me say, let's see what else he got. Show me the other stuff. Okay, where are we at here? Oh, this is the other stuff. Tess Holiday, Ashley Graham. Who's Ashley Graham? Tank. Michael Jackson, the King of Pop. Kratos. This guy has got an eclectic collection, to say the least. AJ looking pretty good there. Shaquille O'Neal. Tillman Jr. looks pretty good too. The Briscoes. Not the old school kind, the other kind. Yeah, Wrestling Code I'm real jacked up about. Looking forward to seeing that. And the AEW, I just feel like there's too many guys on that roster that play the games for it not to be good. I mean, it's a video game locker room. All right, we picked up our Bundy. What else we got to have ready? I don't think they had a Santana. I was looking for Tito yesterday. Let me try again, though. And I've got the stuff. I mean, I got the facial scan and all that stuff where I could bring it in and do it. I just don't want to. I'm kind of looking down this lineup and whatever I can grab and have it ready to go. Yeah, that looks like Tito Santana. Dead ringer. Oh, Tito. 4 pages of Santanas. Okay. They got one from Glee. I cannot believe. No love for Tito Santana. Here's one finally. What's the quality level on this? We got some Strike Force, and we got the Arriba. Got the forearm smash and a figure 4 leg lock. I've got the designs for the trunks. I could add that myself. Worried about that shine on the forehead there. What's this guy got going on? Well, we got a little sidetracked earlier on. We were talking about Battle Riot 3 and the MLW in general. That's a decent moolah. Not so sure about that, though. And for me, I'm going to be giving the MLW a respite for a while. I think once they get their roster tweaked out a little bit and bring some new names and faces and get it exciting again, I'll probably want to dabble in it again. But right now, I'm just kind of... I've taken what I've got for MLW as far as I can go. I just don't want to keep rehashing the exact same guys over and over and over again a year and a half later. And I mean, I could just soon make my own roster, don't get me wrong, but I try to keep these current seasons that I got going on at least somewhat along the lines of the reality of what we have to work with and just try to show what my twist on it would be. So, yeah, sometimes I add a wrestler that's not in a promotion to a promotion, but usually it's somebody that is achievable. Like, they could have signed him if they wanted to, or her, for that matter. The other thing I like about AEW and Impact, so far as the Nation Network is concerned, is the fact that they do have that cross-promotion, sharing talent thing going on, which that is always great. Because even though we all know it's a work, at the end of the day, you're going to get so many more matches available. It helps everybody. The fact that these other promotions are working together is a win for the fans. It's a win for their companies. And it's going to kick Vince in the dick sooner or later. More likely to people who buy the WWE from him, because I guarantee you, they ain't going to know shit. It's going to be somebody who just makes the purchase and then doesn't know what to do with it. I'm tempted to take the Moolah one, but there was no Wendy Richter, and yeah. I'm going to just say no. I'm going to pass. We're going to pass. All right, John, I will see you later. Not too many people are playing this game. You don't say. Matter of fact, I think right now it's just us right here. That's it. Yeah, there is no surprise in me whatsoever when I cannot find something that hasn't been created, because who the hell's doing it? Not just because people aren't playing it or because it's such a broken piece of shit. Try getting the creation suite to work. Morocco, of course. How do I not have Morocco? Good thing about just doing strictly Golden Era is I'll have plenty of cost slots available, so I can pick up managers as well. Like, we'll go after Albano and Fuji and Jimmy Hart, Bobby Heenan, of course. Let's see. Looks like we got a cookie cutter. Kind of like that one. Who's this? Hubba Hubba. Hubba Hubba Honcho over there. Yeah, I'm feeling this one right here. Oh, yeah. Fuji Vice, nicely done. Yeah, we're going to grab that. Yeah, 2K19, I mean, it has its flaws too, but it's definitely a better game than 2K20. I mean, if I were to guess right now on servers which one of these two platforms is getting the higher server usage, whether it's for 2K19 or 20, I think it's hands down going to be 19. Could be wrong, what do I know? But yeah, I mean, I can find new talent that arrives on the scene and just breaks into promotion within a week on 19 where I'll never find it on 2K20. So people are still creating on 19 because you can. Let's see if we can find Fuji here. Oh my goodness. Lots of Fuji. Alright, now let's see if we can find a good one. Why is he a chef? Well, brother. I'm sure he must have been in that costume at one point in time. I just never saw it. No. $19.99. Had that bonsai head drop. That was always kind of cool. Man, it takes like 30 seconds just to back out. Not sure what that was. Well, choices are slim right here. Think I'm gonna, let me see. Do we have? All these people are like no re-uploading. It's like if you have something out there that looks really, really good, then okay, protect it. If you've got stuff like this that somebody can come along and make it better and repost it, let them do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. I got a lot of work to do on it, but I think out of the ones that I've seen so far. And no moveset, of course. Alright, that's Fuji. Let's go back to the search tab. Let's see what Albano's got. Infrared. What is this? I've had that with a TKO Ryan. I don't get the reference. What are we talking about? Oh, mercy. We got some owls. Too much color on that face. It's going to look bad. I might have to settle on it. Boy, this one looks pretty good too, though. I like this. I might be able to cover up. No logos on the back. I think I have the logos. I'm almost positive. Watch it burn. One of these three, I got to determine which one is it going to be. See, I kind of like the yellow shirt. I guess I can go with this one. All right, we're going to take it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and I agree. That's totally... Again, if you've taken a lot of time and you've created something that really doesn't need anyone else's help, then by all means, leave it as is. Albano's finishers, low blow 1 and 2. I guess they didn't have Smash with beaded headband available. Yeah, I've only 1 or 2 times ever posted something that could be re-uploaded, and only because people then steal your stuff. And when you're trying to get up to that diamond level early on when the game comes out, and people start flooding with their versions of things that is actually your work, it just slows the process of getting up to the diamond level. I mean, I've had people send me messages saying, hey, I do something similar to you, and I want to use the created wrestler you used. Can I have your permission? It's like, you don't need my permission. I posted it for people to download. And if you're going to use it. That's cool. I mean, if you want to give me some credit, that'd be nice too, but whatever. I don't own it once I put it up there, as anybody can do what they want with it except re-upload it. But if there was something I looked at and I was like, yeah, it's just not going to get any further with me, let someone else have at it, then on those occasions I'll do it that way. Is Heenan in this game already as a manager? I don't know. I feel like they took him out this year. Michael Williams, everything is great. How's it going with you, sir? Glad to have you here live, man. Always fun when we get to see people and talk to people that we don't get to always see and talk to. Yeah, Mox, that was the first one I put out for 2K20, knowing that was going to be the hot topic everybody was going to want to get. And I was probably the second to put one up on there to do, but again, I wanted to take time and make sure it looked all right. And I'm guessing that's him in the game, so he's in the game. I don't need to download him. The only difference is you can... Well, I can't use him for promos anyway. I can't do a Bobby Heenan voice. I wish I could. I wish I could do his voice. I can't. But yeah, infrared, it is what it is. It's all good. So we got Heenan, we got Jimmy Hart. How much you want to bet the top-notch return is going to be Little Jimmy? Miles Morales. Okay, that's got something to do with Jimmy, I guess. Wow. No love for the mouth. Oh, wrong way. Going wrong way. Sorry. Oh, that's why we're in the wrong category. We should be most downloaded. There you are. How'd that happen? And we can hit Snook up at the same time. Sold. What? Oh my lord, really? I forgot about that. So what, in like 5 minutes I can get at least one more? Alright. I completely forgot about the limitations. That's okay. And we'll go mess around and fix a couple of things up that... But in the meantime, we can also pop over here and take a look. That other Jimmy Hart right down there looked like it might even be better, so... Yeah, like I said, what are you going to do? I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do. And some of them did come out pretty good. You know, with I didn't have all of the logos and stuff, and I wasn't really planning to do anything at that point in time. I knew I was doing the Monday Night Wars, so I wasn't going to be making the AEW roster or anything like that. It was just putting my foot in the door to get up to that diamond level as quick as I could. That Jimmy Valiant looks badass. Ugh. All right, let's get into taking a look at what we got. Creations, Superstar, Edit. I did reapply or repurchase, I guess is a better word for it, the network. I've been kind of thinking about it on and off. I got rid of it back when they went to Saudi Arabia, and I was like, nope, bye. And then I thought about it a couple times, and then when they bought it on Peacock, I was just like, nah, man, because you hear all the edits they're making to stuff and cutting it up, and that just pisses me off royally. But then I started looking over the roster, or not the roster, but the show run schedules and stuff that they had out there, and you're missing a lot of what was on the network. But the biggest thing they were missing, the one thing that two things I really want personally, and that is to have the old school MSG shows, Spectrum shows, things like that. But even more so than that, Saturday night's main event, which they didn't have until recently. They finally added it. And so I was like, $5 a month, screw it. While I have all of them on VHS, which I've pretty much transposed, I think, all of them to DVD at this point, the quality is still not going to match what they have from a video audio standpoint. Now, that said, if I want to hear the actual music that they came to the ring with before all the copyright stuff kicked in, then I've got my DVDs. That is such a part of the flavor of the event that to not have it at all just takes away. All right, let's get a look at this here, shall we? Yeah. Okay. I might as well start from scratch. That's all that is. That is just a blank canvas. They did nothing with that. And of all the ones you pick, you don't pick the one where the guy's actually Asian. Let's see. Which one? This one. We'll go with that one right there. Gotta give him a rounded effect. Here. Fuji's got a pretty round face. That up a little. mixture here. Let's see which one we want to go with. Go with that. Take it down a little bit, not too much, because I want to keep that age factor in there. Old school pay-per-view. I haven't watched too much because I think I'll freak out when I see what they've done to it. What they did, removing the Piper match from WrestleMania, I think is absolutely ridiculous. Put whatever little warnings you need to, but to not have it, I think, is atrocious. All right. I'm not going to be using them enough to make it that. But already it looks better to me, so. Put that over there. Really, you're making me wonder if I want to even go back and watch them now. Maybe that's why it's taking so long to get this stuff uploaded. I got to chop it up first. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. That was all from memory, too. It didn't have any photo reference material or anything. Knee pads over here. Sure what that jewelry's doing on his hand. We'll take that off in a minute. One of the other things about the old Creation Suite, you could adjust the length of the legs, the length of the arms. I mean, so if somebody was a little bit like Ivan Putski, who had short, stocky legs. You could shorten just the legs and not have to just go with the overall height. We're going to probably take a little bit of liberty with this just in the interest of time. Really? Normally this would be up and downwards instead of sideways, but like I said, right now, in the interest of time, which one do we want to go with? We'll go with that. Good enough. And now for the hair. Fuji's got some interesting. Oh, mercy. I guess it's been a minute since I've looked at the Croatian suite here, huh? The Murder Hawk, Mr. Fuji. Yep, you can control the arm length, the leg length, all that stuff. Trying to figure out which variation of Fuji I'm looking at here. That would actually work. Kind of liking that better. Close. Very close. I actually like that one. I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Like I said, for what I'm going to actually end up using them for, that'll work. Not sure. I might want to change it to the red tights, though. There we go.
Oh yeah, Mr. Fuji, Morocco. Minjin, yeah, Mr. Fuji.
Oh, I know what we're forgetting. I knew there was something missing. There we go. Oh, I might have to switch the other one up with that. Alright, it takes care of Fuji. Other than, I guess, an entrance and or moveset would be okay. Let's see what else we got going on here. Alright. We got Ravishing Rick. A couple of these I kept, even though they don't fit into the time frame. I just really like the creative work, and this is an excellent Sabu, and Van Dam came out solid. There's two variations of Steiner. There's this one and one that I could pull off for the earlier days, which is why I'll probably hang on to this one a little longer. I can still use them a little bit for Saturday Night Main Event. I don't know why I kept Shane Douglas, but I'll probably end up losing him eventually. Shawn Michaels. Let me see. I don't know if they used a face scan on him, to be honest with you. I don't think they did. But let me see. Does not appear that way. And there's no eyebrows, which gotta fix that. The face scan itself is, or the lack of a face scan itself is not that bad a deal. I did want to darken Fuji up a little bit, and I forgot to do that. It's a coin toss between these two here. Gonna go that one. Oh, really? I thought it was going to lighten it up a little bit. Okay. That was the other thing, too. When you go to copy, you got to pay attention to what you're doing. Used to be that you clicked on the one that you want to copy, and it would stay there, and then you move it to the left or to the right. Now, when you click on it, it automatically bounces you over to the right, I believe. Did we not use the rocker shoes, really? Let's go back here and change this up a little bit. I'm presuming they still have the Rock and Roll Express stuff in this, right? Maybe it's not here. Well, I'll take one last try this way. They might have left it in. There you got that variation, but that's not quite right. Really thought it was still in there. Alright, well, we'll leave it as is then. Wait a minute. Just see a logo on that shirt. Yeah, there's a logo on that shirt. Where the hell's it at here? Oh, you are such a fickle bitch. Actually, I tell you what. For them. Let's go that route. And go to images.
Strong, young and dumb, yeah, we had no fear. Way back when we said we'd both be millionaires. Now those days are over, and we're all ghosts. We used to sleep all day, talk all
Yeah, I mean, anything that comes out, Michael, in the way of a video game, I'm going to want to make it as much my own as I can. That said, let's presume that... Is that Van Vliet? Looks like Chris Van Vliet. That said, with AEW, I would run an AEW program with their talent that's in the game. But then I'd probably build an Impact to go against it. And who knows? I mean, why would I want to build the WWE roster when I don't want to play the one that I have? So, but might I do old school wrestling? Yeah, I could very much do something like that, depending on what the game's parameters are and what it'll allow us to do, and how much we can bend that to doing things it doesn't want to do, which is half the fun. Gronk. I really need to clean some of these logos up. This weekend we will have Bash at the Beach, AEW, right here on the Nation Network. Looking forward to some fun stuff there. Starting to wonder if I'm in the right size category. Maybe it's in one of the smaller. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that would be tragic. I've got the TNA Impact game, too. I bought it about 7-8 months ago now, just for the purpose of streaming it, and then I've never gotten around to doing it. So one of these days, I'm going to fire up the PS3, and I played it when it came out. I rented it from Blockbuster, so I got through it in a couple hours or whatever it takes, and decided I wasn't going to buy it because there was so little you could do with it outside story mode and just replaying the same matches over and over again. But it'd be fun after all these years to bring it back. Some of it was not bad. I mean, some of the mechanics they came out with, so far as the Ultimate X, that never existed before. So to have that type of match action going on, and the sound effects I thought were really kick-ass. And they had a good roster. See how it jumps down to the other end. Instead of just leaving it where it was. It wasn't hurting nobody. Okay. That's better. You gotta remember, you're not really shaping the head so much. You're shaping the hair. Unless, of course, it's somebody who's bald, in which case, yeah. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I'm liking that better. Not perfect, but good enough for what we're doing with it. Almost figured it. Screen tools. Does it have the other one or just that one? Clearly we are talking about the current day product, and I'm going to just say I've not seen a single match of Karrion Kross. I've heard the name. I have a general idea what he looks like. Have not seen any of his work at all, zero. Did not realize that he was brought up and squashed by Jeff Hardy, who hasn't won a match in 2 months apparently. So to end the losing streak with the guy that you did, here's my thoughts. Nothing has changed. It's that simple. Being called up from the NXT is a death sentence. I would be hard-pressed right now in the last 3 years to think of a name called up that did particularly well. Most of them end up just being fodder for the people that we're already sick and tired of seeing because they've been on there too long. Because there is no... The fact that you don't have the territories, you know, at least by moving some guys to NXT and girls to NXT once in a while, it freshens it up where you get some new battles, but it's usually hot rookies that are just on their way up and they're doing pretty well, and now we're going to throw them to the wolves by having Charlotte come in and crush the shit out of them in 10 seconds or less, or the Demon for that matter, you know, Finn Balor come out and... But the fact that they put guys like Finn Balor and the fact that Charlotte went down there for a little while and resurrected, it's good for the brand. It's good to give them new challenges too. But when you get brought up, just know, man, you're about to become... I keep looking back on the lone wolf that was in NXT. And look what they did to him on the main roster. King Corbin. Yeah, Ronald McDonald. Well, the fact that Vince actually knows where the Performance Center is pretty impressive to me. It's one thing that Vince pays zero attention to any other wrestling promotions and wrestlers on those promotions, but not to know the people that you're paying? That's a little different in my book. Not saying he doesn't know any of them, but there was a... What the hell was it? A YouTube video, I'm guessing? Anyway, oh wait, no, hold on a minute. It was a YouTube video, but if you remember Jameson from way back in the day, that very awkward and unkempt individual that did a couple of spots with Bobby Heenan and stuff like that, he was a good comedy guy. He wasn't a wrestler, but he's a comedy guy. Anyway, Jameson, if you remember when Bray Wyatt and John Cena were having their feud, which I believe was a SummerSlam thing, and they had all the kids coming out and spooking John Cena, and then they get into the main event, and Cena's in a cage, and all of a sudden the lights go out, and you hear he's got the whole world in his hands, and there's this one little boy right there at the door staring Cena in the face, and he looked creepy as hell. That was Jameson's son, and he goes on to tell the story about how on that particular event, you know, he got to the arena early, of course, like they usually do, and he runs into Vince McMahon, which worked back there. And he just, you know, said hi to him, and he could tell he didn't have a clue who the hell I was because years had gone by, and he does not look like Jameson. So he said, so I just looked at him, and I did the thing I do with my eyes, where I kind of crossed my eyes, and he just immediately was like, oh my God, and he started hugging him, and he's like, oh, there's guys in the truck that'll remember you because they were still here then. And so anyway, Vince has his moments. He'll remember Jameson. Yeah, Corbin, you know what? He's making his money, and I'm sure he's perfectly fine with it. But, man, he could have been a monster. He could have been. He's got an awesome finisher. One of the best finishers. And I wouldn't have made him shave his head. I don't care. Lose it on top. Keep it in the back. That's fine. But he had that biker thing down. He could have, man, oh man, could have rode that to the box office. But instead, he became the Burger King. Oh, well. Oh, 666. I gotta make you 1, 2, 3. Are these not identical? They are identical. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That was a good face scan. Oh, snap. Never mind. It's actually him from the in-game. Well, that kind of sucks, because that means I can't do... Well, I guess I can. It just won't be as good. I was going to change his hair up a bit. quick imagery here. Yeah, I did hear about the Queen of the Ring, which, good for them. They got too much female talent not to use it, and it's good talent. Just realized I don't think you get letters or numbers for this. I don't know why. Well, I have the artwork saved, but uploading it to 2K20 is such a chore. You gotta upload the same image like 25 times, and then finally it'll show up in your stash. So, well, for now, we'll have to hold off on that part. Ooh, what's that? Let's see. All right, I'll have to pull off the 1, 2, 3 logos and stuff separately. Doesn't have numbers, does it? What a shame. Let's try this instead. Close enough. Okay. Where are they taping Impact TV? Is it all still in Kentucky area there, or are they actually gonna travel around a little bit. My last gig where I was working when I was running the RV park, ODB was one of our residents. She stayed there for, I don't know, a good 8 months at least. And she and I had some pretty cool conversations. And that was right about the time, just before she went over to do that little run she did in Impact here not too long ago during COVID. Okay. Let me see real quick here if I got those. See if I can find these 1, 2, 3 kid. Oh, I did the words. We got Tito's stuff here too. So I'm uploading all these logos right now, but I guarantee you that most of them probably won't even show up. That's surprising to me. I don't have the 1, 2, 3 logos. Could be here, maybe. No, I don't see it. Well, I can make them easy enough. Nashville, that's right. I don't know what I was thinking. No, Tennessee, Kentucky, they ain't that far apart. Vegas. I love me some Vegas. Now, that would be not the worst trip ever, you know? It's like to end up going to Vegas and then happening to see that. That would not be a bad combination. All right, let's see what we can do with this. That might be the best hat option. I don't know, but hope not. Let's see. What the hell? What is going on? Oh, 2K20, thou art a fickle bitch. Another one for the chin strap. And why does he look so much like Chum-Li? Hey, Rick. That's the pit helmet. I can't get over that shit. Yeah, that really might have been the best choice for the hat, so let's... What the... It's a special world. Infrared, man. You get a lot of frequent flyer miles, do you? I'm thinking I might lose the hat. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he wore one, but... What the hell's going on with that shit? Alright, we're gonna get rid of the hat. It's a nice little underdusting there. As far as the hair goes. I cannot get over that shit. Let me refer back to some visual aids here. not have overalls? I really thought we did. Of course, in his case, he did do it with the shorts, so. But the overalls came up. This guy's going with just suspenders, so it's kind of a catch-22, which you want to go with. That is a dilemma. I could have sworn. He's going to fall into this category. I guess we'll just stick with that then. Sad to say, but that's about accurate. Let's see what we got here. Well, for me, that's about as good as it's going to get. We detected copyright audio, seriously? After how many hours? Well, I'll tell you what, guys, because YouTube is being silly right now, it's the same audio that always plays when you play this game, and it doesn't block it, it just keeps you from monetizing. But if they're going to be putting blockages, then no point. So anyway, I'm going to bid you all a farewell for the evening. This weekend, like I said, planning on doing some AEW Bash at the Beach. Hopefully you'll be able to check that out with me. And in the meantime, have a safe rest of your day. I think maybe some NWA Great American Smash tomorrow if I can get things to work out right with my timing. Take it easy, everybody. I will see you once again the next time we get together and do this little thing where we join each other, hang out, and chat right here in the VIP lounge. Take it easy.